In more developments which is related to the government, the negotiating team has seemingly moved into individual group discussion with the public sector unions on the collective agreement for the triennium, holding a meeting with the Civil Service Association. The government has been under opposition pressure since negotiations began, with reports that the government is asking civil servants to forego any increases this time around. The matter was ventilated fully at Parliament sitting Tuesday. Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony rushing past the media pool that awaited him outside Parliament Tuesday. The one question wanted answered was whether government is willing to offer increases to public servants. But the response came later that morning in Parliament from different sources as opposition parliamentarian Richard Frederick broached the matter. Referring to a document prepared by the Ministry of Finance and presented at a meeting with public sector unions, the Country Central MP said the government had painted an extremely gloomy picture of the fiscal situation.
It says here, it should be recalled that civil servants were overcompensated for the years 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010 period. And given the fiscal challenges and downside risk to the economy, unions should consider foregoing salary and wage increases for this triennium. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. And Mr. Speaker, you must understand that it comes on the hills of the VAT implementation. Now, if you tell me you are going to give me 0.000% increase and you implement VAT, you are actually lowering my standard of living.
Infrastructure Minister Philip J. Pierre, meantime, pointed out that his administration is dealing with the situation because the then UWP regime failed to negotiate with unions, which was due before the last general elections.
The negotiations are a 3-year period. For these 3 years, 2 of these years, the government of the United Workers' Party were in power. I just want to say that. For 2 of the 3 years, the government of the United Workers' Party should have negotiated with the civil servants. They should have. But they did not because they were waiting for the next general elections. It's a 3-year period. And out of the 3 years, the government of the United Workers' Party had 2 out of it. So if they're done properly, they should have negotiated for that period. So then this time, we would have come into government with a negotiated settlement.
Former Prime Minister Stephenson King, in absorbing criticism for having paid 14.5% to public servants at a time when the country could not afford, conceded, but said he understood then the financial challenges faced by the workers.
I may very well join the government in saying that we probably overpaid them. But we also understood that when they called for an increase, it was against the backdrop of rising food prices, rising oil prices, changing economic conditions, and the need for St. Lucians to have the necessary spending power here in this country. So we responded. We understood the plight, and we did what we felt was correct. Certainly, the situation has not gotten any better. It has worsened, and it is reflected in the government's records of revenue between April and now. The Prime Minister and Minister for Finance certainly would admit that what we have seen happening in the last quarter is a serious decline in revenue, projected revenue in this country, of some $23 million.
Finance Minister and Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, in wrapping up the House debate, addressed the issue, saying that he will not hide facts and figures related to the economy from the public because he wants everyone to know exactly what position the country is in.
I never authorized anybody from the Ministry of Finance to go and make available a document that they prepared internally to prepare civil servants and their associations. It was taken and made available outside of the context of a meeting, but I will defend fiercely the necessity of telling the unions exactly what we face. what is it that we inherited, what it is that we have to solve, what it is that we have to do for the future. If this country decides that it wants to take those risks to ensure further damage, let it be understood that all of us are in it